had a very particular quality that made it so easy to learn to do both at the same time. And that quality is this: I'm not a great singer. I'm not even a good singer. I have zero vocal training, but I am not afraid to use my voice to bless and to heal and to show people love and community in the real world, because my music isn't about me, it's about them. You can sing while you strum, but more importantly, you should sing while you strum. Because if you can sing a song while you accompany yourself, then you are an all-in-one music machine, and you'll be able to learn songs that resonate with people on the deepest levels, because it won't just be sounds, but story. Nothing resonates with people like story. Let me paint a picture for you. I picked up the guitar when I was a freshman in high school, but it wasn't really rewarding because I wasn't good enough to play anything solo that was going to really entertain people. So that summer, I was sitting alone in my bedroom. I decided that I was going to figure out how to sing while I played my guitar. And I discovered a one-step method that I'm about to show you to learn how to sing and play at the same time. And once I broke that seal by learning how to play that first song, I was able to do it on any song that I wanted to learn. And I did. I went around everywhere singing and playing my guitar and serving people by giving them music out of thin air. One day I'm in school and we had a substitute teacher. A lot of times when you had a substitute teacher in school, it just meant you had a free class. You could just sit and do whatever you wanted. So I played and sang my heart out for my high school peers, and they weren't blown away, but it was better than not having music. But then something unsuspecting happened. 10 minutes before the bell rang, our actual teacher comes in, and I'm like, oh, teacher's here. I wasn't going to just stop playing for people, unless he told me to. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, oh, what's he gonna think about this? Because here's the twist. That class was band. And that was my music teacher. And he had never heard me play and sing guitar before. Is it any good? What's he gonna say? I wasn't really plagued with those thoughts, but they definitely happened in the back of my mind. And as the bell rang and the students slowly shuffled out the door, eventually it was just me and my guitar and Mr. Hodson. I will never forget what he said to me. He was shuffling chairs, getting ready for his next class. Bill, I heard you play. Oh, you did? He looked me in the eye and he said, stick to your guns. You know what you're doing. To me, that was a license to play for the rest of my life. I had made music that made people happy, and I liked it. I still like it. It was well worth the effort to teach myself that skill. So how did I do it? What's the one step, Billy? I'll tell you right now. Step one, start on the right song. I just happened to choose, for the first song I tried to learn, a song that had a very particular quality that made it so easy to learn to do both at the same time. And that quality is this: the rhythm of the guitar part and the rhythm of the vocal part were the same. That song, American Pie by John McClain, it doesn't matter who wrote it. This is what I mean when I say that the rhythm of the vocal and the rhythm of the guitar part are the same for the first verse. A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. Do you see how the words and the strums happen at the same time? So you're not doing two different things. You're doing the same thing in two different places. That's probably enough to get you there, but it gets better with this song. The way that the song builds in momentum is perfect for layering complexity of the guitar part relative to the vocal. Let me show you with the first chorus. The easiest way to do the first chorus, 2 strums with each chord change instead of 1. Bye bye Miss American Pie, drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. It's so easy, and it's 1 notch more difficult than what you're doing in the first verse. The second verse gives you a similar effect, but now we're really going to be doing a strumming pattern that's not quite the same as the vocal, but it's still easy, and we've worked up to it. Did you write the book of love, and do you have faith in God above? If the Bible tells you so, down, chop, up, chop, down, chop, up, chop. This is the easiest strumming pattern ever. If you've ever met someone who only learned one strumming pattern, this is the one he figured out. So take it slow and try to sing over that. Did you write the book of love, and do can strum that pattern and sing that second verse, you're there. You just need to keep working on it and learn new songs, and you will be able to do this. But we haven't squeezed all the juice out of how perfect this song is for developing this skill. Because if you keep playing this song, once you get really comfortable with it, you will very naturally learn to fill the space. With the first verse, it usually happens a little like this for me. I can still remember how that music used to make me smile on this D. On the break, when I'm not singing, I throw in a little fancy. On the first chorus, it looks a little bit like this. Bye, bye, Miss American Pie. I'm doing 2 bass arpeggio notes and then a strum. Bass, bass, strum, bass, bass, strum, bass, bass, strum, bass, bass, strum. When you first try to teach yourself how to play and sing, you won't be able to do that. But if you learn this song and you're playing it regularly, eventually you won't be able to help from doing that. Your hands will just find things to do as your hands develop more skill. So let's have a word on singing. That probably sounded pretty rough vocally for me, right? Well, guess what? I'm not a great vocalist. I told you that. I could tighten up, and I know how to do it. All you have to do to tighten up your vocals is to listen to yourself. If I had had headphones and a microphone to monitor my singing, my intonation would have been much better. Everything would have tightened up naturally. Also, if you record yourself and listen back, you're gonna see where things need to tighten up, and then you're naturally going to tighten those things up. Because when you practice something, you get better at it. But I gotta be honest with you. Live from your local park bench, or a boardwalk, or a hospital room, when you're giving people real music in the real world, nobody's gonna be nitpicking your technique or even notice. They're just gonna like that they are hearing music, and they're gonna appreciate the fact that you're making it for them. If you can think of another song that fits the bill for rhythm acoustic guitar and the vocals are the same, stair-step progression of momentum that makes it easy to layer in complexity, put it in the comments below. Let's get a list going so we can help each other. There aren't any other steps. Get out there and do it. Go practice. Do it with American Pie if you can't think of a better song. You know what else is good? For What It's Worth by Buffalo Springfield, Free Falling by Tom Petty. Any of these songs, so easy to do. And once you can sing and play an easy one, you'll be able to sing and play any song. So stick to your guns. You know what you're doing. And if you feel like you don't, you will, because I'm gonna help you. So stick around. We'll teach each other. Hit the subscribe button so we can stay in touch. Comment below. I will answer. I want to talk. And don't let anything stop you from making music for people in the meantime. Let's make the world less lonely by making music that makes people happy together.